today's Genshin Impact guide, I'm breaking down the big 3 Genshin Impact YouTube channels you should definitely subscribe to in 2026 if you care about character guides, theory crafting, and the current state of the meta. Since the game launched, countless amazing creators have helped players understand the game better and get the most out of their accounts. But finding the right ones to follow isn't always easy. So if you're new to Genshin guides or just tired of digging through dozens of channels, this video is here to save you a lot of time. And by the end of it, you'll know who are the best ones to follow and why they earned their place as the big 3 Genshin Impact YouTubers to subscribe to in 2026. Hello, welcome to Genshin Filter, your quick guide for everything Genshin. So let's get started! The Varesa and Shilonen banners are here, and if you want to save money on wishes, let me share with you the method I've been personally using for a long time. Loot Bar. Loot Bar is a safe, secure and reliable way to top up Genesis crystals, with up to 25% off compared to in-game prices. That includes the new Chronal Nexus, plus new users get a 10% off coupon. Loot Bar has worked with many well-known creators and has great reviews, so it's very safe and trustworthy. The process is super simple. Choose the deal you want, enter your UID and server, and you are done. It's 100% safe and delivered just under 30 minutes. And yes, PlayStation and Xbox players can use it too. Loot Bar also supports other games like Honkai Star Rail and Withering Waves, so hit the link in the description or pin comment to try it yourself and start saving. And thank you Loot Bar for sponsoring this video. Quick disclaimer before we start, so we're all on the same page. This list is focused only on Genshin exclusive guide channels. I'm not including creators who regularly cover other games, because I want to only cover channels you can safely subscribe to without flooding your feed with content you don't care about. I'm also not including channels focused on entertainment, lore, animations, or abyss runs. This is strictly about character guides, theory crafting, and the current state of the meta. Lastly, none of these creators are sponsoring this video, and this list isn't about glazing or recognition. It's simply a video I wish I had when I first started looking for solid Genshin guide channels. With that out of the way, here are my big 3 Genshin Impact YouTubers to subscribe to in 2026.
Guys.
In number 3 we have TGS. What makes the Genshin scientist stand out above the other channels in my opinion is how well he balances speed, clarity and information. Whenever a new character, mechanic or patch detail drops, TGS is consistently one of the first creators to break it down in a way that's fast, structured and easy to understand. Unlike many guide channels, TGS doesn't just give surface level takes. He often backs up his conclusions with calculations and presents them using clean readable graphs that make complex information much easier to digest. What really sets him apart is how efficient his guides are. He takes a lot of information and compresses it into relatively short videos that still manage to cover what actually matters. This makes his channel perfect for keeping up with the meta, without committing to long and technical deep dives. His main limitation though is depth. TGS focuses more on delivering clear conclusions than explaining every underlying mechanic in detail, which saves a lot of time. But if you want to fully understand why something works at a deep mechanical level, you'll usually want to pair his content with a heavier theory crafting channel. Personally, I see TGS as the go-to update channel when new information drops and I want a clear, reliable overview. And that consistency is exactly why he earns his spot in the big 3.
Welcome to Jello Impact, where we build and test every single character to help you decide who you want to wish for and build.
In number 2 we have Jello Impact. I came across Jello Impact channel years ago through one of his early tier list videos. And even back then, what stood out wasn't flashy editing or presentation. It was how clearly he presented the practicality of the game. Over time, his channel grew rapidly, and today he's become one of the most relatable voices when it comes to understanding characters, team building, and the overall state of the meta. What makes Jello unique is that he doesn't rely on heavy calculations or polished graphics and editing. Instead, he focuses on something arguably more valuable. He collects, cross-checks, and contextualizes information from top theory crafters, the community, and his own abyss runs, and then presents it all in a way that's straightforward and easy to follow. He's consistently one of the first to cover new mechanics, banners, and meta shifts. His abyss-focused testing gives real insight into how teams actually perform in practice, and not just on paper. Jello's video presentation and editing are very simple, which might resonate less with a younger audience, but that simplicity allows him to deliver information faster. What really puts him in the second spot for me is his passion and consistency. Even when it's just a spreadsheet and him talking on screen, the content stays engaging because you can tell how deeply he cares about the game. Watching Jello grow over the past few years played a big role in pushing me to start making guides myself. And I want to take this moment to say thank you for lighting the same fire in me as well.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my complete and detailed Durin guide.
Before we get to number 1, it would feel wrong to make a list like this without mentioning Ziox. For many players, Ziox was the very first Genshin guide channel most of us watched. He helped define the structure and standard for character guides, setting a level of clarity, detail and presentation that's still replicated today. Even now, Ziox continues to put out high quality guides for new characters and mechanics. But the reason he's not part of the big 3 anymore is mainly comes down to timing and impact. His guides usually come after a character's release, or if you get an early access, which at that point there are already multiple breakdowns available, which naturally reduces the relevancy of his guides. That doesn't take away from how important his contribution has been to the Genshin community. Ziox played a huge role in pioneering Genshin guides as we know them today, and the fact that he's still creating and maintaining that quality deserves a lot of respect.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Hi.
Our number 1 best Genshin YouTube channel is Zajeff77. The first time I watched Zajeff's video, he was breaking down a character. Suddenly, he opened up an Excel sheet and started calculating. I immediately leaned forward in my chair thinking, okay, this guy is the real deal. Zajeff's understanding of Genshin Impact mechanics is on another level. He doesn't just talk about what's good or bad, he shows you the math behind it, openly and transparently. That level of confidence comes from truly knowing the game inside out, and it's something you almost never see on YouTube. What makes Zajeff unique is how many details he takes into consideration in his calculations. Reactions, buffs, scalings, uptime, energy and anything else that can affect the damage. Everything is broken down logically, without hype or exaggeration. This level of understanding often makes his content the foundation of other community discussions, and even other YouTubers build on it. On his main channel, he tries to keep things easier to digest and more light-hearted, with nicer editing so he doesn't overwhelm the viewer. But what I'm also talking about is his 2 other channels, which together give a full picture of his impact on YouTube and the game, as that's where he gives us the real meat of his content, when showing his calculations live and goes over everything as soon as the information is released. His videos can get very long and extremely technical, especially on his other 2 channels. If you're not familiar with Theorycrafting, a lot of it can go over your head and you need patience before reaching the final conclusions. I really appreciate that he created these extra channels for that reason, to avoid overwhelming viewers and to keep his main channel more light-hearted with more straightforward guides. Another thing that's very unique to him is that he's extremely careful with his wording and avoids overhyping characters, which can be both a blessing and a curse, as it sometimes makes the game feel more technical and less exciting, but that same caution is exactly why his analysis is so trustworthy. If you care about accuracy and understanding the game at its deepest level, his channel is simply unmatched, and that's why he earned his place as the number 1 best Genshin guide channel on YouTube. All 3 of these channels have played a huge role in shaping how the Genshin community understand the game. Between theory crafting, team analysis and staying up to date with every patch, they cover the game at a level that is incredibly hard to replicate. In a way, they complete each other perfectly. The Genshin scientists deliver fast updates with clear calculation and visuals. You can then go to Zajeff, who goes deeper into the calculation and breaks down every detail, for those who want a full technical understanding. And then Jello Impact brings everything together, collecting and presenting that information in a clear and practical way that's easy to apply in real gameplay. As for my channel Genshin Filter, my goal has always been to complement these channels, not replace them, by focus on taking all that information and turning it into shorter and cleaner guides with clear visuals that are easier to follow and faster to consume. I will finish by saying that there are many other amazing Genshin channels out there that definitely worth your subscription, and collecting information from many different sources is always the right move. But these are my big 3 Genshin Impact YouTube channels you should definitely subscribe to in 2026, and I shared all the links to their channels down in the description. And that's a wrap. If this video helped you in any way, consider giving it a like and subscribe for more with the guides, and let me know down in the comments who are your big 3 and your thoughts about the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!